Today, we're going to answer the question of drivable versus towable RV and which is better. Stay tuned and you'll find out. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Charity, and in 2018, my husband Ben and myself bought an RV and set off to travel full-time with our family exploring the United States. In today's video, we are going to answer the age-old question of drivable versus towable RV and which one is better. Now let's just start off by saying that there's not really a better option. It's all about what is the best option for you and your particular situation. There is no one type of RV fits all, which is why RV manufacturers have made different types of RVs. Today, we're going to talk about some of the differences and some of the similarities between drivable versus towable so that you are better educated as you do your research in deciding what is the right fit for you, your family, or your travel style. So let's talk about some of the things that are exactly the same. Whether you choose a drivable or towable RV, there are some things that are going to be the same regardless of what type of RV that you choose. Now, during a pack down process or a setup process, there are a lot of things that are similar. When you pack up your RV, whether you're driving the RV or it's a towable RV, you're still going to need to do things like clear off the counters so things don't fall off the counters while that you're going down the road. You're still going to need to check your slide areas. If you're packing up where those slides come in, you need to make sure that that whole slide pathway is clear. Or when you set up at a campground, you still have to make sure you have clearance for all of your slides as you put the slides out. Those things are fairly universal from towable versus drivable RV, unless that you choose to have some type of like an Airstream where you don't have to worry about slides. Other than that, it's going to be similar across the board, towable or drivable. Another thing that's going to be the same across the board is your hookups. All RVs are still going to have your main hookups for electric, water, and then sewer for the holding tanks. It's going to pretty much be across the board the same, unless that you have maybe a camper that doesn't have a bathroom or onboard water system. You're going to have the same basic hookups regardless of what RV you choose. One thing that's different about the pack down process, if you're in a drivable versus a towable, you don't have to worry about transferring any of your items. So for example, if you have a laptop or a cell phone, you don't have to worry about transferring that from your towable rig into the vehicle that you're pulling the trailer with. It's all right where you are. The other thing that is a difference between a drivable versus a towable is you do have a bathroom right on board when you have a drivable RV versus a towable RV. This means any of your passengers can very easily use the bathroom if they hold on and the driver's not too crazy while the vehicle's in motion without having to worry about pulling over, stopping, and going back into the towable RV to be able to use the bathroom. If you have a drivable RV versus a towable, you don't have to worry about if you have enough towing capacity on your truck to be able to handle the load of your towable. The engine that's in the drivable RV is going to have what it needs to be able to power that particular rig. The only thing that you have to worry about is if you're towing a vehicle behind your drivable RV, and then what is the hitch capacity for the type of vehicle that you're considering pulling behind your drivable. And let's just say, snacks on the road are a little bit easier when you have a drivable RV versus a towable, seeing as how you have access to all of your kitchen and your refrigerator to be able to pull snacks. So let's talk about why a towable might be a great choice for you. Now, you can get into a towable RV for traditionally much less than a drivable RV costs. This makes a towable RV a great option for first-time RVers or people who just want to get their feet wet without making a large investment. Towable RVs are a great option for people that are just weekend warriors or maybe see themselves using their RV for a few weeks out of the year. One thing that is good about a towable RV versus a drivable RV is if you find yourself in a pinch, it is very easy to actually get it backed up versus if you do have a drivable motorhome with a tow vehicle on the back. We learned the hard way that trying to back up a drivable RV with either a tow vehicle attached or a car dolly attached is no easy task, if you can even get it done. If you find yourself in a pinch, it might take some adjusting, but you can at least back up a trailer or a towable RV versus if you have a drivable RV with a tow vehicle. With a towable RV or travel trailer or fifth wheel, you are less likely to need expensive repairs, and usually they have a lower overall cost of ownership. The other thing is that if you have a problem with the vehicle that's towing the trailer and you're a full-time RVer, you don't lose your home. If you have a drivable RV and you have a problem with, say, the engine or something that propels the vehicle forward and it needs to go into the shop, you won't be able to stay in your home while that's being worked on. If you have a towable RV and have a problem with your truck, you don't lose your home if you're a full-time RVer. So some more pros of drivable versus towable is sheer comfort. If you're a passenger, you can crawl in the back bedroom and take a nap or stretch out on the couch if you're in a drivable RV. Another difference is drivable RVs tend to have a lot more of the basement compartment storage or the storage that is underneath the vehicle. There's a ton of storage in these drivable RVs. Setup and teardown is a little bit easier with a drivable versus a towable. And that's just simply because you don't have to worry about transferring any of your belongings from your vehicle that you're using to pull the trailer versus the vehicle that you're already traveling in. Here's another reason that drivables can be a little bit easier to use when stealth camping or boondocking versus a towable. If you need to pull into, say, a Walmart parking lot and stay for the night, it's a little bit more easier to do that kind of on the stealth than it is if you're towing a trailer. It's pretty obvious if nobody's driving the truck or nobody's in the truck and they're in the trailer in the back, versus if you have a drivable RV, knowing if somebody is or isn't inside of it if you're stealth camping. Off-grid camping with a drivable can be a little bit easier because of the fact that the majority of drivable RVs have a generator that's right on board versus a towable RV that may or may not have a generator on board. So it's a little bit easier to do that boondocking or off-grid and still have all of the power that you want with your generator right on board that's connected to your onboard fuel system, so you never have to worry about if the generator does or does not have enough fuel, since it's tapped right into your onboard fuel system. A drivable RV is also a little bit easier to back up. If you can back up a car, you can back up a drivable RV. A towable RV, it takes a little bit more finesse and practice on how to back up a vehicle with a trailer attached. There's been many times we've pulled into a campground with our drivable RV, and people have been impressed by my husband Ben's backing skills. It's not that he really has any super skills, it's just easier, okay? So now what kind of RV do we have and why did we choose it? What we have is a Class A drivable motorhome, and part of the reason we chose a Class A drivable is because it works best for our family and our travel style. We tend to travel every 5 to 7 days from place to place, which means we do spend a good amount of time actually driving on the road. Since we've got 2 young kids, having things like a bathroom and a refrigerator and even a microwave right on board, all ready to use during our travel days, make travel simpler for us without having to worry about stopping for bathroom breaks or snack breaks or things like that. It also is very easy for one of us to continue working and running our business while the other one's driving. Having a drivable motorhome with a little bit more creature comforts to enjoy while we're actually driving down the road. We have a tow vehicle that we tow behind it, so it's very easy to disconnect and take off and explore national parks or other wonderful areas that we want to see as we're traveling as well. And so we do have that second vehicle that we can use to explore the local area. So thank you so much for watching this video on drivable RV versus towable RV. We would love to hear about your travel style and what you've chosen in the comments below. So drop us a comment and let us know, what did you choose? Drivable or towable? Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you're notified every time that we post a new video, which is each and every week. Be sure to check out our next video for more RV lifestyle travel tips and hacks.